Good morning, all you gorgeous people. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. You guys, if you ever get a chance to go on YouTube and go to any of those relaxing nature music things where they play piano and they have birds and nature sounds in the background, there's a couple that show forests and wildlife and lakes that go along with the music. If you ever just want to really, really relax, switch that on, because I did that this morning when I was starting to think I needed to be in a hurry, and I started watching this and I was like, ah. And also I feel like your guides and everything speaks to you a lot smoother when your mind and brain is on this frequency, for sure. So today I thought we'd have some fun, and we're going to have a 4 pick a card read. We're going to start. 1 is going to be the Rainmaker, 2 is going to be the Wind, 3 is going to be Time Master, and 4 is going to be the Beloved. And the topic is going to be, how memorable are you? And take this into account. Most people that you remember the most fondly or the most vividly usually have a lot of charm, right? And what we're going to talk about at the end of this too, I'm going to go over the list of things. If it doesn't come up in your particular card read, I'll do like a 1 through 10. What evokes charm in someone? What makes them memorable? You know what I mean? That lovability factor, that thing where the first thing you think about when you think of them is, wow, I would like to hang out with them. They're really cool. They're really relaxed. I mean, charm is not that hard to come by, and you can actually learn it, and then it becomes a natural behavior. Okay, so we're going to start, and we're going to start with number 1, the Rainmaker. Again, I just shuffle and deal right out of there. That way we don't have a cacophony of a million cards trying to avalanche, and also if Winter decides to be demonic little fluff bunny, I don't have to kick her to the moon. Oh my goodness, with her last night. And she did it the night before too. She gets up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. She ripped my fairy poster off the wall, so it then falls in my head, and then I'm worried, is there a stick pin somewhere in the bed? I'm like, oh, who cares? I'm so tired. I just go back to bed. And then she comes and she jingles all the bracelets. She jingles any jewelry. She plays soccer with all the beads. She does this thing with her paw. She just bonks me on the forehead with it until I pet her. But that's her playtime. It's absurd. She's so wide awake. I don't even know what the hell is going on. That's my girl. She's bizarre. So thank you guys. Yesterday, if you tuned in, you watched the Halloween taping. That was really fun outside in front of my cool tree. This just popped out, so I'm going to take it. I love that petrified tree. It's so cool. It looks almost like it was struck by lightning and it got cooked. It's bizarre. And it's in one corner of the yard, and the rest of the yard is very lush and verdant green. And then you just have this tree that's like, no, I'm just going to play dead up in here. Okay, so for number 1, for the Rainmaker. Ooh, yes. As most of you guys know, the Fool, Ace of Pentacles. Oh my God, the Fool is my absolute favorite card. That means you're just a smooth cookie. You're just a laid back, light traveling, adventure seeking soul. You're not trying to be something you're not. You're not trying to impress. You're not trying to people please. Wow and wow, you guys. Woo. Not only are you guys super memorable, but you have some really good messages coming through in terms of your manifesting powers are absurd. In terms of money, a lot of you guys have a crazy windfall coming. And this is just due to the fact that you set the wheels in motion. You did the work. You started thinking about what you wanted to accomplish, the funds you knew you deserved as a high-value employee and person in general, a creative force, that you're now putting money in the forefront and knowing it's not a bad entity, it's simply an energy, and that when we change our belief system about it, we can harness it and bring the money to us. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need tons of money. It's our phrases we use with it that can sort of repel it. So we changed our thoughts about it, right? And we're journaling that abundance is flowing to me every day. I have lots of money coming my way, and it's starting to work. And again, if you guys remember, I said in November, holy cow, that's when Jupiter is going to go into Sagittarius, and that is the house of giving and big bucks. But in terms of being memorable and charm, absolutely. People see you as this lovely force. And here's one reason why that is so simple with all of this. You have a generous nature, smiling. Seriously, sometimes turning on the charm is simply forcing a smile. And when you have that, then your face starts to relax and move into that smile, and it travels to your eyes, and it lifts the other people's moods around you. That's what the Fool recognizes on his or her adventure, that a simple smile can transform your attitude, hence the people around you as well, right? You ever sit there and you'll feel your face getting tight because you're, I don't know, doing your taxes or whatever, you have to go to the DMV, whatever makes you stressed, and then you just turn it into a smile and all of a sudden your body relaxes, right? It's as simple as that, because it relaxes others around you. Here's another reason too with this. You're a mindful person. Now, mindfulness allows a person to feel at peace and stay in the moment, right? You're not obsessing about the past or the future. Being in the moment can help you connect to others, and you take responsibility for self, and you're not blaming others for struggles. So you're not turning into a whingy whiner like, oh, Andrew did this to me, or Stephanie did that to me, and now my life is so challenging because of them. You know what I mean? Criticizing and moaning and groaning is a turnoff, and you're not engaging any of that. And look at that with the 3 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Your emotionals are just flowing. So here's another reason that you're memorable and you have a lot of charm. You make people feel good. You know, there's a popular quote, people won't remember what you said or did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. Absolutely. Charming people make other people feel good about themselves. They give genuine compliments, and they always find ways to make each person in a room feel special. And that's you guys. Absolutely. You have a lot of charm. You have a lot of charisma. And it's because you're not self-involved. People that are self-involved think they're charming because they're talking about their accomplishments and what they do. But guess what? Someone who's just continually talking about themselves is not charming. They're a little narcissistic, and that's actually a put-off. But you ask people questions about themselves and their jobs and their families, and you're traveling light. You have no baggage. And it's simply super charming and super welcoming in this day and age. So let's see too. This is your fairy card, Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. Listen to your heart and intuitive insights that you can trust. Taking care of others. Absolutely. Look at this spread, you guys. Like, this is a read like none other that I've had in a long time, especially when it's pertaining to something like this, because wow, our charm and our simple energies that we bring into situation and rooms stay in people's minds, and these people later become contacts, business contacts. The world is a very small place, and you'll find you'll rerun into people. I never burn bridges when I leave jobs. When I go back in, I'm really warmly welcoming people actually rush at me and hug me. It makes me feel so good because I know that I don't harm other people on my journey, and that's you. And you're getting a karmic reward from the universe for doing this, doing these behaviors, valuing other people as well as yourselves, and it's just moving in a reward cycle now for you. So you've got big rewards coming. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys. That is fantastic. So if you guys are cashing out, if you want to check the timestamps after, I'm going to have the list of what people find charming, and it's a bunch of studies done on this, and we know these things, we just forget about them. So don't forget to press like and subscribe. If you're new, press it, ding ding ding, and the bell so you'll get notifications when all my videos come up. And all my links are below for private reads and everything else on there. My Instant Go, Eleni's art shop, my jewelry shop, everything is down below. Really appreciate it, you guys. So keep on keeping on. Good job. That's awesome. Look at that. Woo! No baggage. I love the Fool cards so much. All right, so we're going to go on to number 2. Let me give these a shuffle. Yeah, it's funny. I used to, when I do all my human studies stuff, I was always fascinated about what attracted and repelled people, because it is fascinating, right? It's like you can do a lot of miniature gaffes and small social misconduct or whatever for short periods of time. Things can be overlooked because people are distracted. But if you make people feel ignored, overlooked, or this is a weird study too, and I'm gonna do a thing on it later. I'm gonna have like a special snippet at the end of each program on a new thing that I've learned or researched that I found fascinating. This just blew out. So yeah, it was basically how people really feel when you forget their name. It's not as a big deal if they also forget yours. In fact, it can be a bonding experience, but it's quite hurtful if somebody like comes up to you and goes, "Hello, Jennifer, how are you?" and you just draw a blank. There's a way to cover your butt on that too. You can go, "I'm sorry, what's your name again?" And if they just say, "Oh, it's Karen," say, "Oh, no, I remember your first name. I meant your full name." You know what I mean? You're covering, you're letting them know that they're memorable, but that way you're also acting as if you're interested in who they are entirely by asking for their last name as well. You know what I mean? It's a social gaffe that can be corrected, because I wasn't that aware. That is something I must admit, even if I repeat somebody's name, lots of times I'll remember it wrong too. If they look like somebody in my past with a different name, I'll remember that name. It's just, it's crazy, right? So now we're going on to the Wind. So how memorable are you and how charming are you? Like, what stands out about you? Oh, very nice. Queen of Wands. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're definitely known as somebody who can multitask and somebody who's giving, warm, effusive in the Page of Wands. And you're also somebody that likes to bring nice messages to others. Like if you have any information or new information that you've garnered through the internet or whatever, you like to share. You like to bring people new ideas and access to information that make them excited. Now here's what's cool. With this, I'm hearing you're very interesting to others and charming because you have activities and hobbies that give you pleasure, and you like to talk about it because it makes you happy and it feeds on their disposition, which makes them joyful because you have enthusiasm and love for your hobbies. Whatever it is, painting, writing, music, all that stuff, it raises your vibration when you speak about it, and people get, because work is not your life. You are a very creative force. Tarot, all those things you get involved in, esoteric, ceramics, pottery, things like that. When you talk about it, you really raise your vibration. People get excited. You know what I mean? Also, this is funny. You talk with your hands. This is weird. A good conversation involves more than just using words. Research shows that people who talk with their hands are viewed as more warm, agreeable, and energetic. And it is true because it's like you're more effusive. There is emotion attached to what you're saying. You ever listen to somebody who's talking in a monotone and their arms are completely by their sides and they don't move? It's a very odd situation, right? So yeah, that's another thing that they find very charming about you. You're affectionate as well, which I love. It's like you'll greet somebody with the handheld, you'll hug them before you go. Not many people are drawn to others who only care about themselves. You know what I mean? Others appreciate someone when they show interest in them, and charming people are affectionate. You know what I mean? They give nice handshakes, touches, something to connect physically with other people. The physical connection makes people feel special, which perpetuates the charm. So that is, you're very effusive when you speak with your hands. People like that. And you're passionate about your ideas and thoughts. You're not, you're galvanized by them and you like to discuss them. And your passion shines through, and that actually starts to elevate you in other people's eyes because you have passion. Do you ever just try to listen to someone that's so dull, you'd rather watch paint dry? Like, I struggle with that because I'm impatient. Like, I feel like I'm saying out loud, get to the point, where I'm like, wow, this person. But then I see that then I'm on a different level with that because I try to be helpful and steer people in the direction to be able to find the words they're looking for and stuff. But there are some people that are they just don't have the skill sets to be orators or speak or get to a point. That's where I get impatient. But yeah, you're an excellent person to converse with, and people get excited about that. So very nice, you guys. And here's your card. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. The Awakening card. I love this because this is basically telling you, yeah, look from a different perspective, a higher perspective, other people's perspective, and just sit back for a moment and observe. That it's a good card because sometimes we feel like we have to charge forward, but we don't. We can simply sit back, listen, and release and relax, and then engage. So that's you guys. Fantastic. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Press it, ding ding, press that bell too so you can get all your notifications. All my links are down below for all my information on my private reads, my Etsy store, Elaine's artwork, everything that you guys know about. All the links are down there. So thank you. Have a great day if you're checking out, and we're going to go on to number 3, the Time Master. I love the artwork in this so much. My Uncle Barry actually looks like that. He has a beard and wavy hair, and if he was in the if you just dumped a bunch of colored powders on him, he'd look just like that. So let's see, how memorable are you? And like I said earlier, a lot of being memorable has to be with charm and your attention and you being present right in the conversation. Absolutely, that's a big part of it. Let's see what's going on. I have cards trying to fly out. Ooh, Ace of Wands, very nice. Wow. I would say, yeah, you're seen as very you're a force. You're somebody that's noticed when they come in the room. I mean, you're never going to be overlooked. And part of it is because you put in the work. You put in the mental work and the physical work to look nice. You know what you're talking about before you speak. You know how to defend your ground if anybody, like I'll give you an example. This morning I just had a comment where this person just wanted to argue, and it was getting annoying because they're like, well, if I do this, how can that sound like that? And it was just one of these people that were very self-defeatist, and they were on a pity party. And I actually wrote out a whole reply, and then I erased it because I was like, no, this is the gloominess doom that's trying to engage in a pity party, and this can go on forever. Because I actually did answer very succinctly and very sensical, and of course they replied with oh, but what if this happens, of course, on the dark side of the moon stuff again. And you can deal with those people very well. You can shut that down. You do super well in regard to your charm and making a impact, because you make direct eye contact. It's not enjoyable to have a conversation with somebody who's constantly darting their eyes right and looking elsewhere. Eye contact communicates care and concern and makes the person that you're interacting with feel significant, right? You're very good at that. And with all of this, number one, you're super authentic. They love that. Trying too hard to be somebody you're not is not an appealing trait. You know, if someone's being honest and genuine, you're more likely to trust them, right? And you want to be with them for sure. Another thing with this is you put in the work to find out about people. If you're going to a social event, you find out, you remember people's names. You have little tricks, I feel like you say their name over and over. You associate them with an animal or something else. You have little tricks. You put in the work socially to be memorable and have that charm and be engaging and be connected. Not to be liked, not to boost your value, simply because you care about other people and how you communicate with them, for sure. And you're an excellent debater. If somebody comes at you, you don't take it personal. You're like, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. I'm not charming, I'm not alarming, I'm just sitting here being myself. And you are completely authentic, and that makes you very charming. Wow, you guys, that's really good. And another thing too, I see that you're quick to laugh in this group. I hear that when somebody tells a joke, you don't feel like, you ever see that at a party? Somebody tells a joke and somebody who needs to be in the limelight, even if it's funny, doesn't laugh, and they stare at them, and then they say something like nasty just because they're not the center of attention. I love being involved in those scenarios because I like to say what's what in the next 5 minutes and shine a blast light on it. I put that person on blast. It's being, that they just have to hog the spotlight. It has to be about them, this and that, and I love to be involved in those little scenarios because I won't put up with it, and neither will you. You're like people that just have to hog the limelight. They're just a drain, but you like to laugh, you like to engage, you like to let other people be in the limelight, and this is your card, the Four of Autumn. You manage your resources wisely. You achieve a balance on how you spend and save money, for sure. That's you too. You're the alchemist. You come up with resources, how to save them and how to implement them, and that's beautiful. You guys love that. So that's you as a time master. So if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Press subscribe, do it, and do the bell as well. It will give you all the notifications, and down below are all my links. There are the little gray areas, everything, my Etsy store, Eleni's Etsy store for our artwork, everything, our sparkly jewels, and all the anything you can want is down there in the Patreon page. And I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, the last couple of days, you guys donating even $1 towards our Oracle cards. I really appreciate that. Every time I see that, it's like I want to cry. I'm like, yes. I feel like we're slowly, we're going to be able to do this because printers are expensive. As we add it up, I'm like, ugh. But yeah, I feel like too, money is just energy and it circulates. I love to help other readers get their runes, get their stuff that they want in their supply. So it's a really good feeling, you know what I mean? And you guys, get out there and charm. You're really doing it this season. November, man, so far, all of you guys, you're really just engaging with people. It's very, very important, because if we act like what somebody has to say isn't important, guess how they're going to respond to us when we have something to say or a fun story to share. And how we responded to them was that look of, oh, really? There are selfish people out there, and how I want you guys to respond to, oh, the Magician. Ooh, you guys, right there why I hear you're charming. I hear it very, very loud that you're an excellent storyteller. before I even get the other one. Charming people are great storytellers. They have a handful of crowd pleasers. They can pull it out at any time. You know why? Because they're effusive. They're thinking of, they have a humor attached to it. They remember vivid details, which make it really nice. You know, and when you're encouraging other people in interesting conversations to join in instead of talking about the weather, they get very excited. You know what I mean? Yeah, right away I hear that magician, that you're the person where if stuff is getting dull, they want you to come out. Wow, and the Empress. Oh my God, everybody's going to be jealous of it if they watch all the way through. Oh my God! The Chariot. I can't. And Three of Cups. Just forget about how charming and memorable you are for a moment. Just get ready in November, you guys. You have some insane luck, money, relationships coming. Your guides are in full friggin' mega load force to just, they see you journaling, they see you writing, they see you asserting yourself with a positive attitude, they see you picturing, envisioning, manifesting, and they're like, holy crap-a-moly, let's just do this. Let's give our Empress her due, because you're elevating yourself as well in others' eyes, and you're super charming. Here's why you're getting all these gifts. With this, you're encouraging other people right now. Charming people are encouraging. They will thank others sincerely. They give compliments. They make everyone feel like they are real people, not number in a wheel of a cog. They have the ability, you know, to make others feel appreciated. So important. This is big. I feel you socially just hitting a home run. You don't have to change your personality to become more charming. You're keeping in mind what qualities are likable to help you better interact with people. So you're making a list too of like what you know, you're checking stuff out in your behaviors, the responses to it. You're remembering facial cues of people smiling, warming, stepping towards you when you're saying and doing these charming things. Again, the simpleness of the smile. The smile is letting them know that right then you are engaging with them, you are listening, you're appreciating, you're showing your interest in them. This is huge. Not many people are drawn to other people when they care about themselves. Others usually appreciate someone when they show interest in them, right? It can just be showing genuine curiosity, and you're going forward with that and realizing that. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love that for you guys. Yeah, you're hitting a home run with this. Amazing, amazing. The other thing is, you guys have hobbies that give you pleasure, and because you have this, you have joy in the form of feeding your own soul, and when you share that with other people, it pops, and people are drawn to that. And here's your other thing, the dreamer. Enhance your true purpose and begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. That is so beautiful for you guys. Remember, right now you have the Magician. I want you to start watching people's facial cues when you say certain things. Have a bunch of fun stories that you remember, one or two. And if conversation ever lags, just bring them up and just like get stoked about it and bring other people's vibrations up. You naturally do this. So know that you do this and that your guides are handing you these memories that you need to pull these things out, and just you're in a really smooth, beautiful flow. So yay for you guys. Amazing. So if you guys are new, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Press it, ding 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 ding, and then you'll get the bell. Press that too, and then you'll get all the notifications when the videos are up. And if you go down below, all my links are there. Any information you need on me whatsoever, my private reads, any of my jewelry, our artwork for the oracle cards, every single little thing. Get out there, you guys. Be charming, not alarming. I am excited. Look at this for you guys. Ooh, mucho, mucho, mucho. Okay, I'm going to get this out because I'm so excited.